If they see me, this will get messy.
Let the sail out! Sing, my ravens.
Små sailing here,
Have you heard of the
Pass!
Here,
Down! Set the mast up!
Hey! No need
We'll
for
pick
this.
up.
Ljós býði ekki allar helgarkyndir, meir og minni. Well, look at this whelp. Not a lot of fight in you, is there?
You might be surprised. What do you want?
I'd like to do with words what the Corn deprives my fists.
What?
I want to have a fighting match.
I'm ready to duel. My pet, now speak. Let us see if your skills are a match for your pride.
I am feared by all men, be they Northern or Saxon.
And your thick little skull's fit for grinding my axe on.
Stronger than I thought. Oh, you think you can scare me? I'm tougher than you.
You're not much of a man, but you're a brave little shrew.
Weakness! Utter weakness! Let's dispense with these poems and have a real row.
If it's fighting you want, I shall take you on now.
You think you're good with words, eh? How about your fists?
I will have my winnings, please.
Earn them! That's enough! yourself. I must say I'm impressed. A test for the mind and the body. Take what you've earned.
Thank you. I will.
The Rigsuger, page 4. 4. The Language of Gold. In the 820th year after our Saviour's sacrifice, Rig came upon me, Brissy the Sage, and my brothers at Whitby Abbey. His men slaughtered many innocents. However, Rig himself suddenly stopped this violence upon entering our scriptorium. I held up Gilda's book in hopes it would protect me. Rig was enamored by the golden finery of the room. I have many names, but none of them are slayer of those who are fragile and unarmed, and those who make such beauty, this eternal knowledge of the leather rune-keeper, he said to us. He took me as a thrall and wished to settle with him nearby the abbey. He dared not take it for himself, for he believed this would deliver evil upon him. He was especially enamored by our illuminated texts and the gold ink we had used to color these texts. At the site of an ancient Roman outpost, he settled with his warriors and founded the town of Goldness, which would later become Goldborough. In my time beside Rig, I taught him my trade as a lumineer, and he took a strong kindrence to the art of lumineering. He found particular solace in the gold textures and would go to any length to find gold ink or make it himself. He invaded a gold mine in the Peaklands to ensure the resource was always available. He began to wear golden crosses. Here he became known as Rig the Converted. He swore he would make war with anyone, Dane or Christian, who dare tamper with our sacred art. Britons. Hostile to both Saxons and the Norse, the Britons come from a cluster of kingdoms along England's western border that would coalesce to become modern Wales. Because of their independent spirit and distinctive language, the Britons were often in conflict with both Mercia and Wessex. During the 8th century, King Offa of Mercia established a border in the form of a long earthwork, more like a ditch, really. In the 9th century, Rhodri ap Merfyn rose to assimilate several other kingdoms in the nascent step to forming Wales, thus becoming known as King of the Britons. His nimble forces countered both Mercian and Viking invaders. Villager's note. All these people come streaming into Quatford hoping to find what? We are but a village. We have no place, nor bread, nor shelter, nor patience for all of them. Lord help us.
Warren yet, West where?
No harvest again this fall. The Britons burned me crops. Aye. It'll be a long, pitiful winter. God will punish the Britons for this war.
Excuse me,
You Britain's got no cause to truck with us. We done nothing wrong.
is your daughter hungry? I have bread.
We're no fools. What do you want in return?
Nothing. I have a little girl of my own at home. The same age.
Give it here then, and quick about it. Can't have anyone seeing me hobnobbing with a Briton.
Wedyn sy'n chydig am filoen llun neu allai
Well, there's nothing but a stinking pile of sheepdog.
This isn't your fight, James. Go back to the scene.
You come over here and say that!
Come on, take a swing of me. A good swing.
Your sorry king wants peace.
Oh, poor thing. So far from home. Who's with your wife now, eh?
There is much honor to be earned fighting by your side. I'll be here should you call again.
These tasks are so easy I could do them myself, if I felt like it. We have the coin and the cause to give this one the cut. Do you actually do all your contracts yourself?
Come, see my wares. You have an eye for craftsmanship. You would look very striking with this. This will look very good. You always bring the strangest thing. Finished looking around?
I have to go. See you soon.
Days.
Nettle and turnips. It's all I could find.
Smells good, that.
Come,
There you
raise
go,
a
young
cup
man.
and lose some silver!
Say you thank.
You! You look thirsty as a flaming fish. You win if you can down it faster than me. Bring forth your coin. Let's sweeten the pot. Now that's a prize. We drink.
Thank you, ma'am.
On here.
Too strong for you. Staggering already? Got some on your boots? Don't hurl into the barrel, okay?
You think you can guzzle the grog? Prove it!
Und Northmen für Katanta, wie voll wechseln wo?
Nicht Erdmassen.
I can out-drink it all, rocks!
Come on, boy. You wouldn't stop a lamb. Come on.
I hurt my shoulder.
Shake it off. Ha! Don't hold back. Follow through. Not half bad, boy. But be fierce, dirty. Strike at my balls.
Ivar, are you training the boy or tormenting him?
One will lead to the other in time.
Eivor, well met. You received my message, and just in time. Our negotiations with the Britons have not yet begun.
I will be at your side when they do. Is there anything I should know first?
The venerable King Rodri is here. I am to deal with him directly.
Rodri is desperate for peace, ever since we captured his sniveling brother Goriad. Sounds like a man coughing up snot. Goriad ap Mervin.
Rodri waits at the church nearby.
Who speaks for Shropshire in these talks?
The last Elderman was killed in battle. Bishop Deolav is standing in.
Until we get this wet whelp installed. That is his father's wish.
I find the idea of leading a shire on my own quite terrifying.
Don't fret until you have taken up the Elderman's title. Too many things can go wrong between now and then.
My father thinks me fit already. I shouldn't want to disappoint him.
As future Elderman, you should speak in the talks as well. But with humility. Rodri is the king, and will expect to be treated as one.
Rodri will want us to get down on our knees and sniff the rosy wind blowing from his ass. I know the man.
You've met him?
Met him, fought him. He gave me this nick here. Maybe I can give him one back. Remind him some call me King Killer.
It may be you should stay behind, Ivar. That is not a recipe for a good parley.
I'd like you both to be there. To guide me, to judge my fitness.
Give us your word, then. Your blade stays in its sheath.
Eivor, don't make me laugh. We both know what my word is worth. But sure, I will let you do the talking. Probably.
Excellent. Now, to the church, I think. Our guests await. It's not far, just across the village. We've been at war with the Britons for coming on 2 years.
The Britons had the best of it. Till me and my berserkers plowed through their ranks and chased Rodri's brother into a ditch.
That's why Rodri's talking peace now. It's thanks to Ivar.
I am going to enjoy seeing him squeal, the old oak. Not nearly as much as taking him down, though. That would seal my legacy.
Your legacy?
As King Killer. They do not all get away like Borgred did, Wolfkist.
Keep the peace, Ivar.
What has become of your breathing brother?
Oh, my brother. We parted. This road is unsure.
You are better off leaving that sauntering Pole in your wake.
Shall ye bait them? It does rain.
Oh, det shall we.
Our Bishop Deolav and King Rodri are ensconced in the church ahead.
These houses of Christ, they are all so hard and cold.
Yet within his warmth, the Christian God unites King Rodri, Bishop Deolav, and myself. On his ground, peace will be made.
Britain!
Captain Anir, explain to the good bishop our position.
Yes, my sovereign. Bishop Deorlav. We are deaf to offers of peace until Guriad is returned to us.
The king's brother
The king's brother is a mouldering sack of cow dung.
You. I know your face, your stench. Ivar, the one they call boneless. Did I not gift you that scar myself?
Ah, you did. And I mean to gift you a gash, you reeking piss pot in your fat fucking skull.
Hold, both of you. Now's not the time for keeping grudges. We're here to smooth the path to peace.
Peace, peace, peace. Not with this bag of Britain slop.
On that, we are agreed.
Now, calm everyone. Good faith is all I ask.
You know my demands. Until my brother Gwiriad walks free, peace between us is impossible.
He is lucky he can walk at all. Fell on his own blade, fleeing from us.
I will soon help you fall on yours.
Husband, keep your head. It is in our interest to find a way to peace, all of us.
First, my brother.
First, your head on a pike. Then the runt goes free.
Husband, no!
Enough! This is a house of God. Let us take some few minutes to gather ourselves, shall we? Eivor, to me, I do not know you well, but Ceolbert believes you a steady head. We need such a one.
It may be too late. I see the crows of war gathering.
I have a hefty sum of silver. Speak to the people here. If the silver will help one bring us toward peace, offer it to them.
These talks are stalled. I fear the upshot.
Do not fret. You will be alderman yet. You are with Rodri, yes? One of his advisors.
I am that. Anir ap Cadfarch by name. Address me proper.
Tell me, soldier, do you hold sway with your king?
He consults me for his every decision. If I push for war, he will agree. If I argue for peace, he will follow.
Peace is our desired end. Is there a chance that some silver might lead you to counsel your king in the same direction?
A sack of silver? For me? Yes, I might amend my advice to Rodri for a tidy sum of shining metal. Yes.
You are a wise warrior. Perhaps the silver will come available.
And you, go and take a shit and let me know how it turns out.
Talk, talk, talk. All we do is talk.
Eivor, my friend.
I asked around, as you suggested.
Have you come to a decision? To whom have you given this silver?
I have yet to make my decision.
Please, don't tarry.
Ivar!
Lock the doors, murder that sweating pig, and have done with it.
If I could find you silver, would that quell your bitterness while we seek peace?
Peace? Is that what you think is going to happen here? I told you, I know this bastard.
Will silver quiet you?
It may not. I would have to see the silver in my hands to know for sure.
If there's any silver to be had, I will think about it.
You do that. Now you dangle silver before me. Are you so frightened of the Britons that you fight your battles with wealth?
Lady, let us get past the anger and find our way to an agreement. What is your husband's greatest concern?
The royal treasury has been depleted by the war. This brings immense strain to Rodri and his every decision.
If I could provide a boon of silver, would that guide your husband away from war?
A replenished treasury would certainly help my husband come to peace.
If such a boon comes, I will consider your words.
We should settle this with blood, not pretty words.
You are Guriat, are you not? Brother to King Rodri.
So I am, and a bruised pawn in your bloody game.
How do you stand with your brother?
My brother loves me well. Yet he can be slow and stubborn. Were I king, I'd have played all this quite differently.
What if you had the chance?
At the crown, I would leap at the chance to rule. But a man needs wealth to bring down a king. Nobles must be bought, you understand.
I make no promises. I may be able to find you the silver you need.
Under what terms?
Knock Rodri from his throne. Withdraw all Britain soldiers from Shropshire, and never again threaten this border.
If you speak true, I would make that bargain gladly.
Take this silver. Depose your brother, and you will rule with our support.
His blood will gush at my first opportunity.
I have spoken with everyone who matters. I should report what I know to Bishop Deola.
Enough of this nonsense!
Letter to Bishop Diorlaf from Ceolwulf. Revered Bishop, it is my intention to install my son Ceolbert as Alderman of Shropshire. However, he is yet young and untested. I ask that you, good bishop, stand as alderman and exercise all attendant powers until such time as my boy grows into himself, at which point you shall return to your God-ordained duties. Ceolwulf, King of Mercia.
Mon lato de hito fagran for
Eivor, my friend.
I spoke with more people.
Have you made a decision at last? Ivar is increasingly agitated.
Rodri's brother will use the silver to take the crown himself, by force.
He promised rebellion. Are you sure this was wise?
Rodri, I see you mocking me! I challenge you! Single
Ivar,
combat,
no!
now!
Boneless Ivar. Spineless, toothless, gutless. You cannot kill me! A dragon will be my death, as my seers have foretold.
And your brother. Does your destiny guard him?
Guriad!
By God Almighty, I'll...
Get him to safety. Go, quickly.
Kill the boneless one! Paint this chapel with his blood!
This is your mistake.
Ivar! What have you done?
Just give up already.
Spill your brains!
Drive away!
We've got the last of them! Ah, now that is Vikinger diplomacy! Show the fuckers who the real warriors are.
Ivar, you have scuppered the peace.
Do not be fooled by peace, boy. It is just an empty voice between axe blows.
Dear Lord, this is a massacre.
We have no choice now, but to fight our way out of this.
Ah, a good test for you, boy.
Lord, forgive us.
Stay close, Ceolbert. You watch my back, and I will pull the knives from yours.
Dear Lord.
Stay here, where it's safest, Bishop.
Help me with this fucking door!
Guriad won't need the silver now.
Get behind! Try the offside lead! Stand board the river!
Carnage. We must let Bishop Deolaf know that the battle is done.
Rhodri, King of the Britons. Rhodri ap Merfyn became King of Gwynedd in 844 CE. Through marriage to Angharad Furch Murig, Rhodri expanded his kingdom to largely comprise modern-day Wales, giving him the title King of the Britons. Wedding gift, Wales. More important than the territorial increase, however, was the political intelligence that Angharad brought to the marriage. Together, Rhodri and Angharad formed a unified and savvy leadership over expansive holdings surrounded by hostile forces. A canny warrior, Rhodri fought against both Mercians and Vikings. He bested Ivar the Boneless in an early encounter. He would eventually become known as Rhodri Mawr, Rhodri the Great. Diorlaf, Bishop of Quatford. Brought up in an orphanage, Diorlaf's calm and careful demeanor led him to devote his life to religion, eventually becoming a much-respected priest. During the prolonged war with the Britons, Diorlaf served as interim alderman until Ceolwulf of Mercia's son could be installed. Angharad, Lady of the Britons. Angharad of Seiselwig was tutored by scholars from Cor Tuduz as a girl. She married Rodri ap Murfin in the mid-9th century, significantly expanding his kingdom. Although the marriage was political, the two formed a strong bond. She calmed Rodri's impetuous nature with her measured thoughtfulness. Shoulda gave her the money.
You did yourself proud, Atheling.
This was not a battle we needed, Ivar.
When you are king, Ceolbert, you won't need battles. You will crave them.
You murdered Rodri's brother, you beast! Our one chance at peace is lost.
Peace with Rodri is as likely as you dying a virgin, Bishop. It won't happen. He is too canny, too vile.
What's done is done. We must plan our next moves before the Britons regroup.
They will retreat to their great castle for certain. It's well nigh impregnable.
Then we starve them out. Attack their supplies. Watch them beg for death.
Dear God. More death, more war, endless refugees.
This is our only way forward, dear love. You know the territory best. How can we hurt them?
Well, for food and supplies, they stockpile cargo at Wenlacan Outpost, down south of Quatford. Rodri has another secret supply line. Ask among the refugees near the river, those who have fled from occupied villages.
Rodri's Britons will strike back long before we can.
Indeed. They will send Aenir and his soldiers. They train in Wesbury, west of the ruined tower.
You do not need me to hold your hand, Eivor. I will head to Wesbury, scout around.
I know your method of scouting. It always leads to swordplay.
I am as regular as Tidewater.
I shall go with you, if only to get an honest accounting of our situation.
I will meet you both at Westbury then, once I've done some damage. Until then...
One last thing. We'll need a field before our battle's done. Try to free any captives you find. They'll swell our ranks.
Good Bishop.
Have you made progress, my friend?
Some. Have no fear.
There's drinking to be done! Who's with me?
Letter from Lady Engharad, Bishop Derleth. We believe you speak for Shropshire on matters of war. King Rodri will arrive with his retinue on your proposed date to discuss peace between us. See to it that the king's brother Gwynedd ap Myrfin is present, as his fate is of particular interest to our king. Lady Engharad.
Have to repair that.